Hello and welcome to IT Security Labs, and today I'm going to show you how to exploit a machine called Tenten from HackTheBox. If you're brand new to this channel, I make YouTube tutorials about how to exploit machines on HackTheBox, mostly for beginners. I have a whole playlist that you can see right here of more than 20 HackTheBox machines that are either easy or medium for those who are beginning to start learning how to hack or how to exploit machines. Today we're going to be working on Tenten, and it's a very wonderful machine that is going to teach us how to enumerate and exploit WordPress. So without wasting time, let's hop to the machine. And if you like this content, consider subscribing and liking my videos. Okay, the first thing that we need to do is start our machine on HackTheBox. You're going to need an account on HackTheBox, and since this is a retired machine, you're also going to need a paid subscription, which will cost you about $12 or something like that. As you can see, our machine today is leaning towards more on the kept the flag and there's going to be custom exploitation. Not that great on the real life, but I think we learn a valuable skill today. And again, I have the whole list here. So without wasting time there, let's get to our Kali machine. Let me just sign in as root, and this is Kali undercover 2019.9, and as you can see, even the login screen is now different. All right, once we get into our Kali, the first thing that we want to do is ping it. It's 10.10.10.10, hence the name Tenten. And as you can see, I already started my machine and I can get there. So let's clear that. Just to avoid any confusion, Kali undercover allows us to make Kali look like Windows. It's something that I'm still testing out and getting used to. After our ping request, now we run nmap, finding the default scripts, and also we want to find enumerate the versions, and we're outputting to a file called Tenten, and here's the IP address 10.10.10. After a few minutes, you're going to see that we have port 22 for SSH and port 80 open, and it's saying it's an Apache, and we have the version here. It tells us that this is WordPress, and we already have a version for WordPress, so this is very helpful information. Since this is a medium machine, I don't expect something crazy here, so what I'm just going to do is we'll go ahead and fire up our Firefox, and then we will find out what's on port 80, 10.10.10.10. So we're going to port 80, and we are greeted with this wonderful WordPress page. First thing that I do when I get any type of website is I try to look around, see what I can do, if there's any doors to get in, like login pages, interesting stuff. There's an image, so if I get really desperate, I will poke on this image as well, try to find out if there's any hidden information. Since this is a capture the flag type of machine, that's where they might actually hide stuff. So let's view page source to see what really is going on with this page, and just some HTML stuff. So we leave this one alone, but since we already know that we are running WordPress, we have to enumerate WordPress, which is a great skill. So let's open a new tab and zoom in. Scan. All right, so to enumerate our website, we're going to use a tool called WP Scan, and this tool will scan WordPress websites for vulnerabilities, as you can see. And here is a web page that you can visit and read more about it. But here are all the options. You can use U for usernames, which I'll be using in this case. We can also go for plugins, and T for themes, and there's more options. So I encourage you to read this page if you haven't, but we'll be using WP Scan to scan a WordPress website. And here's a link of what I will be doing: WP Scan, URL, and then we're going to use enumerate for themes, plugins, and users. Then we can just go. This will take a few minutes and we'll proceed. All right, so in 8 seconds, we finished our WP scan. And as you can see here, with interesting findings. We already know the versions. We got this one last time. And interesting information as well. So what we are hunting for here is anything that might be interest. First thing that comes to us right away is we identified one user. So his name is Takis. We have to note that and remember it when we were trying to log in. So we have a user named Takis. All right. So after going through these results, let's go back to our WordPress. Now that we know everything that we need to do, is that let's look for a sign-in page if there is any, because usually in our previous video, that's the way we got in. Just say login. We don't have an account, but we have a user, Takis. Let's just guess the password. People sometimes can be ridiculous and not even change the passwords and leave password as the normal password. So we don't have any. The password doesn't allow us to get in. But let's say lost password. What happens? Username Takis. Get a new password. Okay, so we cannot because it doesn't allow us to. So at least we tried. That's the beauty of this. Let's go back to portal. And since we couldn't try to guess the password, we can try to brute force it, but that's not how we want to do this. And there is no registration allowed here. So let's keep poking around. Nothing interesting. Comments, RSS. Okay, no. And this one says job listings. Let's see if there's any jobs. They want a pen tester. Good. Greece. Remote, hopefully. So if we say apply, what happens? Oh, they want all this information. Let's do what we did last time in my previous video. Let's sign in as Lahim, username. Of course, I've read that, but we can upload a CV. Let's see. What can we upload? Remember last time we had a torrent file? Let's see if we can upload a torrent file. Just to see what we can upload, right? Submit an application. Sorry, file type is not permitted. Okay, website, and save this image as header in the documents and save it. So now if we go back here, let's go to my documents. Let's just put their image back on their website and see if the image works. Submit my application. Thank you. So my image went through. So I know I need to do something to this upload option and try to get in. If I can exploit, you can transverse through the whole website through these URLs sometimes. For example, we have a number 8. Can we put 9? And if we do, and we see that we get somewhere, right? It gives us a different page. Let's put 10. Is that going to be different? Let's put 11. So if you are looking around, you see that this title should be changing. Let's put 12. And the title is now application. It was cube last time. Let's put 13 to confirm. Then we can automate this. Oh, before even automate it to see the rest of them, we see that 13 says hacker access granted. This is a capture the flag. So of course I'm going to find out what this applicant hacker access granted looks like. So we click there. Oops, we can't. So page not found. But interesting, this is a job application site, and we found out that we can upload an image. So we know for a fact that there's an applicant or whatever person named hacker access granted. And WordPress is very, very structured. It keeps all its data in the WP content folder. And this is something that you know from using WordPress. I've been using WordPress for a couple of years now, so I know that. And there it keeps everything in the uploads folder. So if you do a little reading on WordPress, you know that anything that you upload is going to go to the WP content uploads, and everything is sorted by date. Okay, and we are going to find out how we can access this applicant, right? Hacker access granted. That's going to be our ticket in. So let's go back to the website and see what else we can find here. We have archives. This is the power of looking around and poking around, because I got stuck here. We have the archives here, April 2017. Remember, we know that WordPress keeps its images in a folder called WP Content Uploads, and it names them by date and the name of the image. So let's find out from the archives if there's anything interesting here. So the first post was from April 2017. If I want to test my concept, so I have April 2017. Let's keep that date in mind. But I want to test my concept here. I just uploaded my image today. So let's do this. /uploads. And my file was uploaded today. And the name was header.jpg right there. Let's see if we can see it. Yep, I uploaded their image and this is their location. So armed with this information, let's go and find the page on applicant 13, hacker access granted. Let's find out if they have something similar. So instead of header.jpg, I'm going to name it whatever they have there. Hacker access granted. So let's do that. All right. So now, no, I don't need. We need to change the date to 2017-04. Where did I find this date? I found it from the archive here. It says April 2017. And that's the only archive I see. So it sure is the first date that they did this. So let's go ahead and say enter, and there we go. So this is a little bit capture the flag-ish, and I don't like hacking this way, but this is what capture the flag machines entail for us. So here's an image that the person uploaded, and of course, since this is a capture the flag machine, like I said earlier, when I get desperate, I'm going to start fuzzing on this machine, looking around on these images to see. But this one, I got it there by actually working. So there's a reason why they put this image here. So I'm going to save this image. It's hacker access here in the documents folder. Sure, let's just save it there. All right. So since we have our image in our documents folder called hacker access, so let's just cd to that documents folder, and then if we do an ls, we see it there. Then from here I want to use a tool called steghide, and what steghide is a tool that will allow us to find out if there's any information here hidden through steganography. So to install steghide, you can just follow these instructions here from kali.org. It's pretty much one line. You need to install the requirements for steghide by running this apt install, and here are the requirements. And once you run that, I already have mine installed, so I'm not going to run this. Then you just run apt-get install steghide. So that's very simple as root. But in our case, we want to extract that this image here, find out if there's anything interesting. So we run steghide extract sf, and that's what you do. If you don't know how to use steghide, read on the documentation that I showed you earlier, and here are the options that we're running. And here we are, it wants a passphrase. So let's leave it empty. All right, so it looks like we did extract without a passphrase, so that's good. And we now end up with id underscore rsa. So if you do ls id, there we go. So we know that we have this SSH key that we have here. But as you can see, this is actually encrypted. It says here encrypted. So this is not good for business. So we need to do more work here, looks like, which is what we're going to do. And to do that, we're just going to use John. So with John, what we can do is we can convert our id.rsh first round to id.login. This way we end up with a hash. Let me show you what it looks like. It's id.login. There it is. And now with this hash, we can crack it using John. All right, now let's run John. We're going to have John running using this word list here, user share word list, roq.text, and we want our id underscore rsa to login. That's my hash. Let's find out. Okay, user share roq.text, no such file. Oh, that's my problem. I have my Roku is still zipped. So all right, so let's unzip our Roku.text. So it's gone zip Roku.text. That should work. So going back here, and let's run it one more time. This time it should work. And we got a password, guys. It's called superpass, which is exactly what we wanted. All right, so since we have our super password here, let's SSH into it. And SSH -I for the ID underscore RSA, Takis, and let's see if this is going to work. Okay, permissions for my ID.rsh are too open, so let's fix that. And then we say chmod, let's put it to 600 ID RSA. Now let's try it one more time. Passphrase it wants is super password from here, and boom, we're in. So this is very simple, guys. So if I do an ls here, I should get my user.text. All right, so since we're here and we got our user.text, that's good. So we can clear the screen if we can. And before I upload my enumeration scripts here, I like to do basic things like ls minus la. Let's see what I can do. So I see if I have any .backup files here or anything like that. So there's no files that are interesting. So let's do sudo -l. This is just before I go through the trouble of uploading my huge enumeration script. And as you can see, we don't need a password here to go to this directory here. So that is promising. That is really promising. What I've seen happen is if you do a sudo and say bash, these are the basic things you should try. If you ever see something like this, put the path of the file and bash. What this does is, in some cases actually, you become root. As you can see, sudo. I can do an ls user.text. So escalation wise, this was boring, but the whole process was fun. As you can see, I'm now root. I see my user.text here. So we have successfully pawned this machine. If you are interested in more videos like this, please subscribe and like my videos, and let me know in the comments if you have any comments or if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next mission. Stay safe out there. It's not safe with the virus going on, and I hope you can keep watching my videos. Thanks for watching.